Hey friends, Wayne over here at Ram Man Inc. What we're looking at here is a client's power unit that he sent in. Once again, I normally ask people, hey, if you're going to do it, send it all. You know, it costs the same amount of money to plate your booster as plate the brackets and the braces that come with it. I don't know if you recognize this, but this is your typical 70s A-body type setup. This is a Midland Ross single diaphragm booster because it's skinny. Remember now that Mopar boosters, the bolt patterns are different in general. Boosters that are mounted to the firewall, whether they come from Midland Ross like this one or Bendix, or ones that are mounted to brackets in general, have a different pattern. And they just did that to make another one of the things in the automobile business to make it distinguishable. So that's what Midland Ross booster CC means, that this is a bracket case. And usually it's a little bit more rectangular than square. I didn't say all, so I had to double check myself. So here we go, we've got this beautiful booster right here. Of course, on the front of it, he sent in the master cylinder. Uncle Joe, of course, we disassembled it all. Boy, he's got him a good bale wire. So, sent in a nasty old piece of junk, and this is what you get. So you can see all the brass in here. Basically, this is an 1 32 master cylinder. So I don't have the specifics on this car, but I will tell you though that this master cylinder, this 369 9263, this is basically a late 70s Plymouth Volare type unit. Most of the master cylinders, 71 and up, basically they went to the snout style and they got away from the flush, because basically what they were doing was increasing the stroke. Most of the master cylinders up through 70 had what we call a flat front, or some people call it a thermometer on a Mopar. And then in 71, they changed this casting completely, and this is what a lot of people recognize. Now, the factory, Bendix Castings and the other suppliers, they all had casting numbers on there to distinguish the difference, and that's what this corresponds to. Now, if we were going to our reference material, pumping points, which is out there on the internet, it tells you, it gives you, you know, in 3 or 4 pages, gives you all these charts, and it will give you a PhD in Mopar master cylinders. So this has been sleeved, everything's been cleaned up with all new guts. Uncle Joe, he even mills off the top because they get all messed up and pitted so that you get a real good seal. Yeah, you see that? Can you see that? He always insists, he just mills that off, and you can even see where he's come through and cleaned up the ports. He gets a little carried away and he takes a little longer than he's supposed to. That's the secret. Okay, anyway, so that's mounted up on the front of this, and then you have your typical Mopar brackets, A-body style, used all the way from 66 all the way to basically about 74, this style right here. And of course, it comes with the 2 factory braces go down on the fender to help support it. Very few cars have these braces still on there. It's still pretty sturdy. Oh, well, I tell you what, I got a picture of an old dart right here on one of my files. Here we go. It's a pretty tight fit right there. Now see, that's a single diaphragm booster that they used a little bit later. And the early ones had that tandem diaphragm Midland Ross booster, which of course has about 30% more power. So, and you can just barely see the back of the brackets and stuff. So that's a 340 Dart acquaintance of mine. Of course, it was not a factory disc brake kit car, but you see how tight that engine compartment is? That's why only factory components typically work. You got to remember something. I always tell people about factory components. They will always fit. They will always look correct. And if they're in serviceable condition, they will work correctly. So, moving on. So, if you've got a booster or master cylinder that you need all redone right, it's not that expensive. It's basically about $290 for each one to completely go through them from top to bottom and send it on. So, as you can see, this Midland Ross turned out very nicely. We left the factory tag on there with the factory square nut. Come back with a little modern type look. Same style. So, there you go. It's going to look beautiful on whatever it's going on. And it's going to work really nice. God bless you. Oh, yeah. This is Michael's unit. Cover Bridgeway, Juliet. All right. God bless you. God bless America. And happy Mopar. Bye.